You know who kicked off his 2020 campaign at a rally in Florida yesterday, and the crowd was fired up for him to dust off some of his greatest hits. Take a look.
That is a lot of fake news back there. That's a lot. We went through the greatest witch hunt in political history. The only collusion was committed by the Democrats, the fake news media, and their operatives, and the people who funded the phony dossier, crooked Hillary Clinton, and the DNC. What did they come up with? No collusion. And we are building the wall. We're going to have over 400 miles of wall built by the end of next year.
Yeah. So he's fired up the base. It worked for him in 2016. But don't you feel he's going to have to try a little bit harder this time?
But he's like a jukebox, you know, play D3, lock her up. D4, the press is the enemy. I mean, it's like a jukebox. Might as well just get a jukebox.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of crazy.
And why are the people in the audience saying, lie to me, keep it coming? What's wrong with them?
Yeah. Well, I just, what is Hillary supposed to be doing now?
She's being a grandma.
She's in the woods, like hiking. It's just so bizarre.
She's in the woods.
Actually, she was at the MGM giving a talk, and I know because when I was there, they were talking about it there.
Yeah, she's in Vegas.
Yeah. She's doing her tour, right? I believe with Bill.
So why are you gonna lock up? I mean, she hadn't been around. She hadn't said anything. I mean, it's kind of.
It was just so weird. I thought it was a rerun of a campaign. Like you watched it, I'm like, I saw this already. He has said the same exact thing, and the crowds were really, really into it. So I think if you want 4 more years of the same sort of hatred and vitriol and divisiveness,
apparently some people do.
Then you will vote for him. But if you look at the stats, listen, 30% of Americans identify as Republicans, 31% identify as Democrats, and 38% identify as independents. And so really, in order to be reelected, he needs to not just be speaking the language of his base, he needs to start talking to those 38% who identify as independents, because I think those are the game changers here in this election. But he doesn't. He's saying the same thing.
Yeah. I watched it last night because it was on before the Housewives. So, for real, it came on right before, and I was like, I might as well watch this first. And there are 3 things. First of all, the arena was completely packed, and I looked it up afterward, and I don't think so. And
yes,
I will
had
say,
buses ready for them.
people were lining up 40 hours prior to the event, so he still has.
Yeah.
Well, some people, yes, but there were people lining up 40 hours.
There's always people who would do that.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Baby.
I don't know if there are people lining up 40 hours before a lot of Democratic candidates.
Not yet.
Like, okay, but it did happen. It's not fake news. There's still a huge base of his.
Yeah.
And I will say that it did seem like a rerun from times past. It was interesting to me. It was hard for me to watch Marco Rubio and Lindsey Graham in there.
Oh, that
and I know
incredible.
Marco Rubio came out this morning saying it's not unusual for me to be supporting, as a senator, to be supporting the president as well. But he was sort of negging Lindsey Graham at the same time. And I even tweeted last night.
Who was doing
the
that?
president was.
Against
Watch the
Lindsey?
rally. Yes,
Wow.
please. And he was sort of saying like his poll numbers were so down and now he's here. And I was like, yes, this is what happens. You have to show up at the rally and you have to kiss the ring and you'll be great politically in the Republican Party. And it was just a weird thing for me to watch.
I bet.
As all of you can probably understand.
Lindsey has sold his soul.
Like the transformation's complete. That's what I thought last night. Is that your political transformation is complete into a Trumper.
They'll get voted out.
Well,
but beyond that, don't belittle the crowds. Don't belittle the enthusiasm. Democrats still have a lot to come because it's a lot of people still enthusiastic. And I was trying to explain because one of my producers this morning was saying, why do people love him so much? And I was like, sometimes it's not just that they love Trump so much. It's that they hate the same things Trump hates. That's what's going on.
Black
as
people,
well.
you mean, and immigrants?
No, I mean...
Who do they hate? Who do they hate?
You know what, Joy? I really come here every day open-minded, just trying to explain it. And it's not a fun job for me every day.
But who do they hate?
I know you're angry. I get it that you're angry that Trump's president, like a lot of people are.
I'm angry about every single thing he's doing.
But I don't think yelling at me is gonna fix the problem, okay?
Am I yelling at her?
I just said that it was hard for me
Am I yelling
to
at her?
watch. Yes. I just said it was hard for me to watch Lindsey Graham, who I considered an uncle for a long time.
Yeah, but then you're talking about the Trump supporters as if they don't have
it. Why 2020 is not in the bag for you.
But
here's the okay, guys. Okay. It's a great discussion, and we can go back to it. I just need everybody to take a beat.
But being a sacrificial Republican every day,
well,
I'm just trying to...
Here's the thing.
Don't feel bad for me, bitch. I'm paid to do this, okay? Don't feel bad for me.
Before he headed to Florida, hold on.
Bitches.
Here,
you and I call each other bitch all the time.
We'll be right back.
Let's calm down.